Hi, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Live. I'm Laura Hopkins, and I'm so glad to see you all joining us. We've got some live, we've got others that are going to be joining us here in a little bit via the future. So if you're watching this in the future, it is February, the last Monday in February of 2024. And tonight we're going to talk about Detox Your Home. I have been using this cleaner right here called Thieves from Young Living Essential Oils for almost no, for 17 and a half years. And I can tell you it is the cleaner that I use for all things. I use it daily. I use it all the time, in my showers, in my countertops, in my toilets, wherever, on my windows. I just use it everywhere. And so Thieves has been phenomenal for my home. And also because I'm concerned and I want to protect the health of my family. And so what we want to do is get harsh chemicals out of our environment and start using Thieves. Thieves is it's a cleaner based off of the Thieves essential oil blend. And tonight you're going to learn more about it and how people like me have been using it for years and years and years and have tremendous success, but also other ways that we can detox our homes. When we think about the word detox, we typically, what are you guys thinking about? It's sometimes it's going to require you to physically detoxify, like your colon, like a colon cleanse, right? Is that what you guys think of first when you think of detox? Flushing out your body. But detoxifying your home means detoxifying, getting rid of the things that could be toxins in your environment. So I know there's a couple people on this call who have amazing testimonies, one of whom has an amazing testimony that her children are all teens and two are out of the home, but Thieves was one of the reasons that she came around to Young Living and using these products because of allergies. So if you think about a toxin, her kids your kids are crawling on the floor, and that's what she even said. She's got her camera back on now. She she knows I'm talking about her. Melinda, she recognized when she started learning about all of the things that we think in our own environment are clean, the ways that we have used since we were children, and why maybe they're not as clean as we think they are. So Melinda, I might ask you here in a little bit to step in and tell your story, because we want to make sure that when we detoxify, we are thinking big picture, that it is not just we spend all this time and energy on our food and what we're doing for our colons, but what about our environment too? So detoxifying your home is really crucial. So I totally am catching her off guard because she actually joined the call tonight and didn't know she was going to be on the call, but her testimony is so great. So Melinda, would you be willing to just briefly share about your experience with Young Living and why? I remember you telling me all of a sudden it dawned on you, my kids are crawling on the floor.
Yeah. Okay, yes. Okay, so Laura just put me on the spot. I'm hemming a teenager's pants because he keeps growing. I'm rehemming them. Had to let them out and rehem them again. So, no, honestly, this particular teenager I think was 6 when I first started Young Living, and he's 17 now, which is super cool. But I honestly started because of my youngest, a lot of his respiratory issues. I had already made the connection due to our allergist that our environment was contributing to his asthma issues and breathing issues. And so, but I didn't know, I didn't really know other than vinegar and baking soda what else to use. So I at that point had already gotten rid of all my Glade candle, Glades plugins and all my candles, and I'm a huge candle junkie. I was, Febreze, because guys, I lived 400 yards downwind from a chicken farm, so it never smelled good. So not only did I spray all the things and light all the candles and all of those, but we also had the chicken dander that I didn't realize was also part of the factor. And so when my now 15-year-old was 15 months old, we took him to an older allergist, and she was like, you've got to get rid of all the things because he is crawling on all of that and touching all of that, and you're bathing him in all the fragrance things, and it's just contributing to the problems. Well, I was not introduced to Young Living until he was 4. So I got rid of it all, and there weren't really many other options. So I clean with vinegar and baking soda, which does clean, but my house just smelled like a pickle jar all the time. Like Judith's house smells like pickles. And so, honestly, when I was introduced to oils, I was like, oh my goodness, I get all my scents back. And I'll be honest, at first I was super nervous because he was 4. He was an asthmatic, on allergy shots, all kinds of medications, all the things. Doing a lot better because I tossed a lot of that stuff out. So we weren't landing in the hospital all the time. But when I started cleaning with like thieves cleaner to mop the floor, I didn't have to worry about him, and boys, like I have 3 boys, and they roll in things and they're all over the place. And so being able to like clean out the bathtub, being able to clean the floors, being able to like just all those things was gave me a huge peace of mind. And when I diffused, because I was told that yes, he may be allergic to all the trees around us, but pine oil is actually going to help him breathe, which I kind of had to step out a little bit in faith on that. And thieves actually is what got him sleeping through the night. When I started diffusing Aromalux, I think is going on sale tomorrow. Get yourself an atomizing diffuser. Like, I am not joking. I
Yes.
wish Young Living still had this one. I have
Yes.
2. But hang on. That Aromalux, you can screw a bottle of Thieves directly into it, and it like we just jetted it across his bed, and he finally started sleeping through the night. So I
That's
don't know what all
amazing.
like. There's a lot
That was
there,
it.
but
That was, yes,
it was
that was
huge. It was huge.
awesome. Thank you for sharing that, because quite honestly, when we say we make changes, a lot of people, you
I
still
gotta
go back to, you might go back to what is cost effective. So if I am, okay, how much is this going to cost me? Because am I going to be able to afford it long term? And the great part about this is you are going to save money because of the highly concentrated Thieves products. So I'm just going to put that out there at the beginning. This is not anything that I have ever had to stretch my budget for, because when it comes to the Thieves bottle, that 14 ounces that you get, you can make into 14 spray bottles, depending on how big your spray bottle is. And fill the rest of it up with water. So you can take a Thieves product and get so much more out of it. I'm going to talk about the laundry soap here in a little bit. I have, and on our page on 7 Oily Days Essentials on Facebook, we have recipes and tips and techniques for all of these things. My very favorite laundry soap is out there too. So the dish soap, all of it, you're saving money because it's so highly concentrated. So I can buy a bottle of dish soap and it lasts me usually about 3 months, or 2 to 3 months, because I'm using highly concentrated amounts. I put it in with water, so a third of that bottle every time. And we do wash it. I just washed a bunch of dishes after dinner tonight. So it is so cost effective to be able to use these. And you're also getting a benefit for you're not just paying for water. So you're paying just for the concentrated product, and then you add as much, you dilute it as much as you want to. Oh, I went backwards. So what about kitchen swaps? I mentioned the dish soap. So we have Thieves dish. This is the dish soap. And then there's also the dishwashing detergent. Both of these are very highly effective. I even know people that take the dishwashing soap and make little tablets to put in their dishwasher, or you can take the dishwashing detergent. And I have had hard water issues over the years, so I will take citric acid. And a tip I learned when I ran out of dishwashing detergent, dishwasher detergent, was I took a little bit of my citric acid that I buy in bulk, um, uh, like maybe a teaspoon, put that in, and then a drop of the dishwashing soap. My dishwasher, not only were the dishes cleaned, but the dishwasher itself was sparkly, because that citric acid really helps to break down if you have hard water. So the kitchen swaps are great. I have a bottle of the Thieves soap that sits on my counter. And my kids have even used it to wash fruit before, fruit and veggies before, because it's simple for them. It's right there. It's easy. I mentioned the laundry swaps. So the Thieves laundry detergent is phenomenal. And I have large pumps. Again, this is on the 7 Oily Days Essentials page. Kara Mayfield did a whole write-up on how she dilutes hers. And there are, you can take one bottle and make 3 large pumps. And I just did that at the beginning of January. And I have only used about, I've almost gotten down to the bottom of my first pump. And I do laundry daily because there's a lot of people here using a lot of clothes. So that to me, almost 2 months worth of that. And I still have 2 more large pump bottles left. And we're talking really 32-ounce bottles. So good size pumps that you dilute it down with hot water and you put additional essential oils and some Thieves cleaner in it. It's just amazing. So highly concentrated and it's effective. You're not going to have to worry about detergents. I don't know about you guys, but when I either my kids have jerseys that they've used for sports that have been passed around to friends, or thrifting, you ever go and you have the smell of the clothes that has that detergent smell in it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where people who use like the detergent that latches on, they actually create the technology now that the detergent has, it's to stay fresh. This is to smell fresh longer, but it's not a natural chemical, and it doesn't occur in nature, and it's not good for your endocrine system. And you're putting it right directly on your largest organ, your skin. So like Melinda talked about, having a your kids walking on the floor, crawling on the floor, your grandkids, your pets, the same thing. You're exposing yourself to that all the time. Julie, did you want to add something?
I had a friend who thought she bought us some t-shirts to wear to a concert, and she thought she was doing me a favor, and she washed them when she got them and she brought them. There was no way I could wear that shirt.
Yeah.
There's no way. And she was a little offended, but I said, I'm sorry, I cannot. Your detergent and your fabric
Yeah.
softeners and stuff are just too toxic. I can't
Yeah.
do it.
And it gets, I don't know about you, but it gives me, I can't even walk down to the detergent aisle at the store because it
Uh-uh.
gives me a headache. But to
Yep.
wear it all day, um, I had a friend that I took some one time took her to, we went out of town on a little trip one evening, and my seatbelt in my car smelled like her detergent for a really long time. And so when you've detoxified your home, when you've detoxified your environment, these types of things really, you're very aware of them. But if you're using them all the time, you may not be as aware of what they smell like or what you smell like. You might think it's just fresh, but long term, what is it doing to your health? Your like I said, your endocrine system. Melinda mentioned your respiratory system. Even just the way that, like with your endocrine system and headaches, it can affect hormonal headaches too. So these are very simple, economical swaps that you can make. So more cleaning swaps. So we have the Thieves Household Cleaner. I mentioned it earlier. You can take this cleaner and you can put it into your spray bottles. Whenever you buy the Thieves Loyalty Bundle, it actually comes with this lovely amber colored spray bottle. And some people are scared to use glass. But guess what? You don't have to be scared to use it. It's fine. It really is okay. For years, I've had these, and my kids, I usually use them in the kitchen for me, in my kids' bathrooms and places where there's more opportunity for falling. I do have a larger spray bottle. I think I got it at a home improvement store. I like a 3-pack of them. And they actually, the only reason why I have those is because they're safe for oils, and I put extra oils in my whenever I make my spray bottles too, depending on the time of year. Right now, I'm putting lemon or luscious lemon in everything because it smells so amazing. In the spring and the summer, those are, you know, your citrus fruits are great. In the winter time, I love peppermint or Christmas spirit. And of course, in the fall, you can't go wrong with extra thieves, or you can use the simplified line and do, you know, something a little bit more like a chai smell too. So like I said earlier, I clean my counters, tables, hard surfaces, bathrooms, showers, toilets, floors, porches, decks, outdoor furniture, children's toys, pets' toys, upholstery, pretty much anything that you clean, you can use with, you can use Thieves detergent. When we remodel houses, and my husband and I would be done at the end of the long day, and I'd have paint on my fingers, and I'd be what we called earning our showers. And I remember one time, literally, I had nothing in my shower except my Thieves spray bottle. And I used my Thieves spray bottle to pour my own body. So it's doable. It doesn't make a good shampoo, not long term. It does the job like one time, but you definitely don't want to use it unless you want your hair to feel more like straw, because it's stripping away things. The other one is the Thieves, the Thieves shower or kitchen and bath scrub. How many love this? It's amazing. You know, we use baking soda. We have, before this product came out, we had baking soda that we would use with our Thieves, and it was wonderful. But the thing that's great about the scrub is it has more of a grittiness to it. And so for those of you who are used to a commercial like a Comet, that's kind of the natural alternative that Young Living has provided for us, is this kitchen and bath scrub. So again, on your countertops, I've used it on not just my sinks and my showers, but I've also used it on my pots and pans. And I think Adelina had a good testimony about that one, didn't you? Did you have that one, Adelina?
Mine was when my husband used the Thieves household cleaner on his leg, thinking it was the foaming soap. And so I have posted in the 7 Only Days Essentials page on the scrub. So yes, there are plenty of pictures there where I had a pot. I thought I was going to have to trash it, and no, I cleaned it better than you even.
Right.
So I decided I better do the other pots because they look better than the other ones.
Right. You're going, okay, wait a minute. Maybe I hadn't cleaned this as well as I thought in the past. More stuff's coming off. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, that's funny. Well, there's so many stories so many of us could continue to tell a bit. Another thing, Melinda mentioned the Febreze or the Air Wicks, those types of things. And you even see the commercials now, and they talk about essential oils and that they're nature's. It's just that what they've done is that they're just doing a dupe. It's not natural. It is a fragrance, and don't be confused. So when we use our essential oils, we put them in diffusers. What's really great is that there is a huge diffuser sale that starts tomorrow. As Melinda mentioned, the Aroma Lux, it only goes through the end of February, actually Leap Day, the 29th of February, 2024. So if you're watching this in the future, I'm sorry, you're not going to take advantage of that diffuser sale, but there may be one in your time frame, wherever you're watching this. But what we love to do is use our diffusers and get oils into our homes. So you're using, it's one of my favorite things to do in the morning is to go around and set the mood for my home. I do it at night and I do it in the morning, and just kind of creates the ambiance. My son and I are homeschooled, and so we're home most of the day, but my husband and my daughters go to school. I love also that my husband has taken a diffuser to have in his classroom. And you can have diffusers on the go. There's car diffusers. There are USB diffusers. There's all kinds of things out there that you can just consistently be getting essential oils into your environment and not have to be breathing all of the other fragrances that are not good for your body, that are not symbiotic with your respiratory system or your endocrine system. And that's when you think about fragrance, those are the two systems of the body that can be definitely most affected by fragrances. And of course, your skin, That is your skeletal muscular system can be affected whenever you're putting fragrances on yourself. So make sure you take advantage of the fact that several oils and several diffusers are on sale tomorrow, and stock up, get some for friends, invite your friends to get started. So the ultimate budget saver, when we talk about thieves, I've already mentioned what these different products that we have. So the ultimate budget saver is being a part of the Thieves loyalty bundle. So what comes in that is your Thieves cleaner. You get the laundry detergent. You have the kitchen and bath scrub. You have the dishwashing detergent, or sorry, the dishwashing soap, liquid soap. And then you have a 15 milliliter bottle of Thieves and a 15 milliliter bottle of lemon, which can be added when you dilute these different products and give it even more Thieves smell or more lemon smell. Makes it phenomenal. Or use them in your diffuser to continue to have that beautiful environment of essential oils, helping to change the atmosphere, helping to keep things clean and fresh, blessing your immune system, blessing your respiratory system. It's awesome. And so those bottles, those 15 milliliter bottles, have approximately 250 drops or more. That's because the viscosity of every oil is a little different. So, but that is, when it comes down to per drop, you're talking nickels and dimes per drop for that bottle, what you get whenever you put it in your diffuser. So I might put 50 cents worth of Thieves in my diffuser, and it's running and blessing my immune system, blessing my endocrine system all morning long. And it affects my family, gets into my environment. And another really cool bonus is that most little critters, bugs, they do not like essential oils. And so you don't have to deal with a lot of insects coming into your home. Spiders hate peppermint, ants hate peppermint, roaches hate eucalyptus. So add those to your orders if you see issues. Those are things that you can have on hand. I know whenever we lived in Texas, we had the little Japanese beetles. They look like ladybugs, but they'd come in through our windows. They are not fond of essential oils. So I would get my diffuser going near the windows. My daughter was telling me that she noticed some ants, a trail of ants that were outside on the porch. And so we just use a little bit of peppermint, you block that trail and send them on their way. Or you just spray the trail. Just depends on what the situation is. You're hearing us talk about hearing people tell their testimonies. And what's cool is that I'm just immediately calling on people who happen to be on the call tonight. None of this was Melinda, Julie, and Adelina's testimonies. Were all just ad-libbing right there. And that's because we're a community of people that just share our testimonies. We're a community of people that I don't have to sit down and make something up or practice it. It's just the way I live. And so it's very natural for all of us to talk about our products and the products that we've been using for years, because it's just what we do. It's our daily habits. So you can be a part of what we're doing on the 7 Oily Days Facebook page. And also this Life Steps app. You can download the Life Steps app and get more information. A lot of times, especially on my Tuesday tip that I send out, I will reference things on the Life Steps app, like the wellness assessment that they have. But please be a part of the community so you can see what we're doing and how we're using the product. The best way to get started, if you're not already started, or if you're a customer that's kind of been back and forth, is loyalty rewards. The first 3 months you're on loyalty rewards, you get 10% back for everything you purchase. So that loyalty bundle that you saw, if you're a brand new customer, or if you're reactivating after a couple of years, then you can get that bundle for $100. That's a $25 savings. And you can get, when you get that 10% off, it's amazing. It's called ShareYL. I'll show you that code here in a second. But when you get it on your loyalty rewards, you immediately get 10 points back for that. And then month 2, if you get 100, you're receiving 10 points back of that. And month 3, 10 points back. So then immediately after the first 3 months, you've got $30 stored up that you can spend on a free oil. Then at months 4 to 2 years, you get 20% back in points. And then after 25 months on loyalty rewards, which I see the people that I see that were giving testimonies tonight, we've been on more than 25 months. I'm going on, I like 17 months and 17 years and 3 months is what or 4 months, is what I'm going on for loyalty. I've been on loyalty that long. So every month I'm getting whatever I need for my family. I'm earning points. So when you redeem those points, it's like Christmas. It's awesome. And then I'm also getting the free promotions for the month as well. So whatever Young Living is offering, I'm taking advantage of all of it because I want to make sure that I use every dollar wisely. Every penny is spent wisely. So it's simple to order. Here in a second, I'll give you a link if you want the loyalty bundle for Thieves, the Thieves loyalty bundle, or get with the person who invited you tonight, or who, if you're watching this later, get with that person and find out how you can get started with the Thieves loyalty bundle. It's just so economical, and I promise you, I've never had anyone be disappointed. Never. So I recommend you get started now. If you're reactivating, like I said, or a new customer, so if you've never been a customer of Young Living before, you can use the Share YL code for that 10% off. And then those of you who are already members, you can actually purchase one of the Thieves loyalty bundles a month if you would like to as well. It's a huge discount for you too. You just don't get the 10% off, but that's okay. You're still getting a discount. Plus, all of us, if you are an active Young Living customer or a brand partner, you're getting 24% off. So you can't lose anyways, no matter any way you slice it. So what questions? I'm going to quit sharing my screen here for a second, and we'll just pop back up here and see what questions you guys have. I'm going to go to the chat real quick. Oh, Holly, 9 years. Woo woo. Very good. Loyalty. And it's true. Every year on your loyalty, on your loyal anniversary, the month that you joined loyalty rewards, you get a loyalty oil too. So Young Living is always taking care of us. Are there any other questions or comments? We had a good group tonight, and I'm going to make this replay available so you guys can share it with others. And like I said earlier, if you want to get the Tuesday tip, you can be sure to send the word Tuesday tip to the number where you got this message, 918-322-7070. And you'll be able to get my Tuesday tip, and you'll get an invitation to the decluttering group that is happening on Facebook. Some really great tips and techniques. If you've never had a cleaning schedule, or if you want to really kind of restart something, it's a great way to go. I don't know about you guys, but when I start, I cleaned up my silverware drawer today, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to do, because I homeschool, there's a lot going on here. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do one thing a day. And then of course I was like, oh, I could do another thing. And then by the end of the afternoon, stuff was still spread all over the counter. But I was like, okay, all right, this is why I do one thing in a day. So I don't make a bigger mess. But take small steps, guys. And as you do that, you can have big changes over time. The great thing about the Thieves Loyalty Bundle is you get one huge giant step forward that makes huge giant progress long term. So check out the Facebook page. Like I said, I was amazed at how efficient, cost effective, and it didn't diluting wise on the laundry detergent. Whenever I used that recipe that Kara made, oh my goodness, it was awesome. And I just bought pumps that I got right off of Amazon that are BPA free, and just she has that link right there on the in the Facebook page too.
Laura, this the Thieves bottle makes a great spray bottle too.
It does. You don't even have to. You can, when you're done with one, which it takes a while to get through one. But I have that upstairs in my daughter's where they share a bathroom, outside. And here's a tip: use it, have it in the bathroom, and spray the shower down after you shower, so things aren't building up. And you'll see a difference. You can go longer between actually having to do scrubbing. Adelina, did you raise your hand as well? Oh,
I
yeah.
did. I just had a quick testimony. This she's actually my niece, and she's been with Young Living now for about 5 years. But she had asked me about the Thieves household cleaner, if what she could use it on. I told her anything that you clean, you can use it on that. So she ordered a bottle, and she just decided the first thing she was going to do was mop with it. And she had been having back pain for years. Well, she called me back and she was crying. She said, I just finished mopping and there is no pain at all.
Oh.
People don't understand what the chemicals are doing to the body. And so basically her back was healed just by switching to something that God created for us. So that's amazing to me, just for that. Plus, I love the fact that I have 2 grandkids. One just turned 8, little girl, and then my grandson, he's 2.5. But they love to clean, and they clean their toys and they spray them down, and I have no concerns that it's going to harm them. And plus it's teaching them, to take care of their stuff. And so they have their own little bottles, and they love it. They love it.
That is awesome. And I'll just add to that too, that my son likes to spend a lot of time playing. He plays in the bathroom a lot. That's one of the things that, from a sensory perspective, that we do a lot. But when he goes into the bathroom, sometimes by himself, he likes to play with the soap pump, and has even squirted it in his mouth, the foaming hand soap. And to me, most people are like, oh no, poison control and everything. I don't have concerns like that. I don't want him to use my soap as a play toy or in his mouth. But if he does it, I'm not nervous about it. I'm not wound up about it. And I know it's not going to hurt him. So Julie, 135 months of loyalty. That is awesome. Very impressive. Well, you guys, I try to stay right at 30 minutes. I think we've met our time period for tonight. I know you have other things to do. Get good rest tonight. And thank you for joining me. This has been really great. And sign up for those Tuesday tips so you can get more information on detoxifying your home and cluttering. So good night, everyone. See you next time.